Well, Heidi ho, their neighbors. Christel Joy of CJoy Yoga, and today you may want to have a belt or a strap, and you may want something. We're going to lie on our side if you feel like that's going to help your neck, to support your neck. We're going to do hip strengthening pas deux, right? So lie down on your left side, and if that means you have to flip, go ahead and do that, right? So you can face your camera, or you can just put your device on the other side. And if it feels nice to have that support system, you can use that blanket underneath you. You can also be propped up. This isn't great for some people's necks, right? Or coming down. I'm going to use my arm, I think, just so I have a little device in my ear, and that way you still have clearance and I'm not brushing against the microphone. So whatever support system you need, do it, right? And then those legs, they're going to come out in what would be tabletop, meaning the knees come directly up from the hips, the heels directly up from the knees, so we're looking at some 90-degree angles with this, just like we did for the 90-90 for the first hip strengthener, part 1, right? So it goes a little something like this. Hit it. You're going to bring your hand on top of that right leg. Now when you go to lift the right leg up, you're going to push down with your right hand, and the right hand is going to try its darndest not to let that right leg lift up. And it doesn't have to go high, right? And then my hand's not doing anything as the leg goes back down. Yeah, makes sense so far? So let's go ahead and do a few of these with the breath. Inhale, lifting the leg. Doesn't matter how high it goes, my hand is pushing the leg down. And then go ahead and bring that leg back down. You can leave your hand on it, but I'm just showing my hand's not doing anything. Right? And inhale, lifting that leg up, pushing down into the leg as you lift, maybe starting to feel a little firing in that outer right hip gluteal area. 2 more. Pushing up, trying not to, the hand tries not to let the leg lift. And bring that down. So this is called a concentric action. So go ahead and push the hand down, trying not to let the leg lift. And this time when it gets up to wherever it is, you don't even have to go as high as I am as far as I'm concerned. You're going to push the leg and the hand together. So now the 2 of them push together, but neither one moves either direction. And now we are in what is called an isometric action. A lot of my friends know this well. I use a lot of isometric in my teaching. And I do concentric and eccentric, but I don't always point it out. Today I'm going to point it out to you. I know. You're there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and let that leg come on down. So please remember, I am doing this with you. So if you're like, yeah, me too. Right? Hello, hippies. Now the next one goes like this. We're going to raise the leg up. We're going to put the hand on it. And the hand is going to try to push the leg down, but the leg is going to resist, trying not to get pushed down. And this will bring us into an eccentric action, right? So again, just lift the leg however the heck you want to. Put your hand out there. Now your hand's going to push that leg down, but the leg's like, no, I don't want to go. It's like a 4-year-old throwing a temper tantrum, right? You can even lift the leg up and help it if you want to, right? And then you're going to push down, but the leg's like, no. And we got 3 more of these. And pushing the leg down, but the leg doesn't want to go to that party. 2 more. I love you so much, it hurts me. Right? 1 more time. And, okay. Whew. Hello, hippie. So here's the drill. We're going to do both sides and do this big strengthening action. And then we'll do a little stretching to try to release everything before I send you on your way, and that's going to do it. Now you can simply turn over. I am going to flip so you can still see the front side, which I think is where the most information is for your purposes on my body, right? So supporting your head however you would like to. And those legs come out into tabletop position. Now the left leg is on the top. If you're on the other side, it's okay. Just do the exact opposite of what I said, okay? You're going to put your hand on that leg. You're going to go ahead and you're going to start to lift that leg, but the hand is like, you cannot come up to the sky. No way, Jose, right? And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to let that leg come down however it wants to. And again, that leg is lifting up, but the hand is trying not to let it go up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Go ahead and bring that down. We got 3 more of these. Lifting the leg up, pushing into that hand. The hand is trying to resist that leg as much as it can. 2 more, dos más. Again, this is concentric action that we're working right now. They all do very different things in the muscle, which is why we're doing all 3 of them. One more time, go ahead and lift up. And this time when you get up, there's the isometric. The leg pushes up into the hand pushes down into the leg, and you're holding, right? Nothing moves, neither of them wins. They push into each other equally. And boy, oh boy, I don't know about you, but this side particularly, even more so than the other side, is like, oh my gosh, I know. We're here on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, let that come on down. Pause for a second. We'll go into that eccentric action in a moment. And just a reminder, the leg will come up. You can even lift it up with your hand if you want to. And then your hand's going to push the leg down, but the leg's going to resist by pushing up as much as it can, right? But the hand does eventually win. So we'll lift the leg up, and hand pushes down, and the leg's like, no, I don't want to go. I don't know why the legs are 4-year-old toddlers. Go ahead and let that come on up and push down. A lot of my body, I think, is like a 4-year-old toddler, if I'm completely honest. We've got 3 more. No, shoot, I think I'm like a 4-year-old toddler most of the time. Right? And that's got its beautiful things pushing down. Hand is going to win, but the leg is fighting it. Sometimes it makes me really playful and open, and I'm not as concerned with other people and their opinions. Depends on the day on that one, right? And I get to play a lot more that way, but also at the same time, and I'm in wonderment. Oh, I love being in wonderment at things, right? But also sometimes I get really humpy and like don't want to do it. And I pretty just ask my ex-husband. Okay, so from there now we're going into our stretching section. You may or may not want the strap. If you can make a loop, you can always make a loop on it. Otherwise, you could have 2 ends, right? You're going to put that strap around your right foot. It could be around the arch or the heel, I would say, for today's purposes. And then your arms can come on up. You just don't want them down on the side with their shoulders working so hard. So you're just going to have them somewhere where your shoulders can be soft. And you don't have to have your leg as close to your body as I do. It might be further forward. It might have a baby bend to it. But you're working it towards straight through that right heel so that you can start to stretch the back of that leg. One more breath here. We're going to do the softer version with this other knee bent. My friends who know extension, take it if you want it, but we've already done our strength. This is just to open it up a little bit. Go ahead and let the right leg move out to the right, letting the left knee move to the left, saying hello, inner groin. And the toes, those right toes may be pushing straight back. But I know I have a lot of friends who have sciatica and SI joint issues. So if it feels better to turn your toes down, and that's only for my SI joint and sciatica people, don't train the leg to do that if you don't have to, but for some people that gives relief, right? Otherwise, try to point those toes straight back behind you. Bringing that body up, we're going into the IT band. Strap in, left hand, right arm can just come out to the side. You're going to let that right hip stay heavy and on the floor, but reach the right leg over just a few inches. If you're like, but I don't really feel a whole lot, you can even put your right thumb in your hip crease, push the hip forward and hold it down, and pull the leg a little further back behind you or towards your head, I could say. And then we're going to bring that into a full twist. So you can extend that left leg out, tee the right arm out, and moving that into a twist. Now, if you'd like a softer supine twist, so this is option number 1 that I'm doing right now, head turned to the right. Option 2 would be just release the strap, bend the knees, and if you want a little more juju on that hip we worked so much, you're going to cross your right leg over the left and move into the twist that way. So find out which one works right for your body today. One is not better than the other. One is better for you at this moment in time. My straight-legged friends, actually it'd work for either version. As the right shoulder stays down, think about that right hip moving just a little further forward and away to the left, just to get that little extra oomph. Legs coming back up, and feet on the ground, knees bent. Pause. Other side. Strap that left foot with your belt or your towel or your, whatever, your tea towel will work great for this, I bet. From there, wherever your leg needs to be. It doesn't have to look like me. I like to remind people that sometimes I'm a little too flexible and I have to move away from my flexibility because I do a lot of damage to my joints by pulling on ligaments and tendons, right? So it's not awesome to be flexible. Some parts I'm really tight in, some parts I'm flexible in, but where I'm super flexible, I have spent years trying to build stability and stay out of that flexibility actually, right? And then from there, both strap or one strap in your left hand, right arm onto the side. Left leg's gonna move out to the left, right knee can move to the right to counter that. You try to keep that pelvis somewhere in the center. And again, this is only if you know you have pain in your left hip from sciatica or a side joint. I mean, if it's something else, you can play with this, right? But you're gonna try to keep your toes to the back room if that's not you. If you are someone who has sensitivity, you might turn the toes down and that might relieve that sensitivity, right? So find out which one is best for your body. This one's easier for most bodies, no doubt about it. We know external rotation, so we do all the time. But I'm trying to bring you squarely into that inner groin. Bring those legs on up, both straps, or one strap if you're doing the loop in the right hand. That left leg will come over to the right a little bit. You'll notice my left hip is really heavy on the floor, and I'm gonna actually accentuate it because I can. I'm gonna take that left thumb and push my hip forward and down, and instead of going further over to the right, I'm gonna pull my leg towards the back of the room, and it starts to light up. Usually it's down here for me today. It's here for me a little bit more, a little bit here. So it's like, oh, okay, well that's interesting. My body has a different place that it's feeling this today. Maybe extending that right leg out, teeing the left arm up, and going into what would be a twisted triangle if we were standing, right? But a supine twisted triangle here. Otherwise, again, option would be bending both knees and just stacking them, or crossing your left leg over your right and letting yourself move into the twist that way. So whichever one feels like it's the right one for you, do that one. Anybody in this twist, keep that left shoulder down and think of that left hip just really gently moving forward into the right on the diagonal away from the shoulder, and you might get a little more juju. That went directly into my gluteal area. And bring that back up. Doesn't mean it has to for you, just pointing out that it did for me, right? And bring those feet down, really just starting to get in tune with sensations, what your body says and does, and the feelings that come through it as we do these things. And then hopefully we do more of that when we're off our mat, the work of being able to follow our sensations, right? Let's just take about 3 breaths with our feet wide and our knees just softening in towards each other. That might mean touching, it might just mean leaning. And just breathe for a moment. Let those hippies be nice and soft. Let the jaw be nice and soft. Let's say about 2 more breaths. I think we probably are 3 I originally said, but you know me. I'm going to be honest, today was a hard day to get up and to get motivated, and I'm kind of grumpy and I didn't want to do anything, so some of that energy might be coming through, but I'm trying to get up and I'm not trying. I did my yoga practice, even though I didn't really want to. I moved a little more than I wanted to get me some motivation, right? And here I am trying to do what I need to do today. You can stretch the arms overhead briefly if you want to before we come on up. Rolling over to the side when you're ready. Gently pushing the floor away, keeping that neck soft. And let's come up to seated or kneeling for just a moment. So hopefully you've got a couple of quickies for hip strengthening. I'm going to try and get, I have one for upper back relief, and I'm going to try and get a couple that are about strengthening the upper back as well. So for all of my friends who don't have the 45 minute to 1 hour time slot, you got no excuses anymore. Yo, I'm coming for you.